Hello and welcome back to Schola Talks Health and Wellness, where we care for our body, mind, and soul one conversation at a time. In today's video, we will be talking about everything weather. This is the last video of our summer safety series, and we are talking about weather safety, staying safe with the many different weather situations that can happen during summer. We're talking thunderstorm, heavy rain, heat waves, lightning safety, tornadoes, and the like. So today's video may be a little longer than the last three, but it's the last one of this series, and we are talking weather during summer. In my own environment, it's been a lot of rain. In fact, this year they say has had the most rain since 1914. And trust me, I feel like some parts or some organizations were not prepared for the amount of rain that we faced this year. There's a lot of flooding in buildings. Some programs shutting down because they were affected by the rain and flood. There is tornado for the first time in my city. A tornado touched down, and I won't say for the first time, but the first time in the 12 years I've lived here. So it's important to talk about some weather safety during summer. We cannot just expect that it's all going to be all sun and flowers and green grass. There are other things that happen with regards to weather during summer, and we are talking about how to stay safe when those things happen. Without wasting much of our time, let's jump right into the video. First on my list is heat waves. Heat waves can be very dangerous. They are the ones that lead to heat exhaustion, and we are looking for dizziness, excessive sweating, nausea, vomiting, headaches, confusion. And to help us in this situation when we have heat waves is to make sure that we go swimming, take as many cold baths as possible, or showers. Drink plenty of water and drink it frequently. Don't just go gulp 2 liters of water at once and say you've taken enough water. No. Drink water and drink it frequently. Avoid strenuous exercises during peak heat hours. Never leave children or pets in vehicles. Do not leave children or pets in vehicles. It can get really, really hot, and some kids have actually lost their life, and even pets have lost their lives during heat waves because they were left in the vehicle. Don't leave kids or pets in the vehicle, not even for a few minutes. Don't say, oh, I'm just going to dash into that store and come out. Do not leave your kids or your pets in the vehicle during heat waves. Okay? Thunderstorm is the next on my list, and there you hear a lot of thunderings and roaring. Please go indoors when that happens. If you can hear thunder, you are close enough to be struck by lightning, and we'll talk about lightning soon. Move indoors immediately. During thunder, when there's thunderstorm, avoid trees, avoid open fields, avoid metal structures. Avoid trees, avoid open fields, avoid metal structures, because you are most likely to be struck by lightning, and those places are usually struck by lightning and you don't want to be affected by that. Now, talking about lightning safety. Lightning can strike miles away from a storm. Miles away from a storm. So the storm can be happening here, and the lightning is many miles away, like in 15 minutes away from where it's happening, where the storm is happening. So go inside immediately. And when you are inside, avoid corded phones, avoid electrical appliances, avoid plumbing fixtures, because most times those things are metal and they contain water, which gives room for electrocution. So please avoid those. Wait at least 30 minutes after the last thunder before returning outdoors. Again, when there's lightning, when there's thunderstorm, and you can hear thunderstorm, you are most likely, or you are close enough to be struck by lightning. So go indoors immediately you hear thunderstorm. And while you are indoors, avoid corded phones, avoid electrical appliances, avoid plumbing fixtures, and then wait at least 30 minutes after the last thunder before you return outdoors. Heavy rain is the next, and I can say I've seen the heaviest rains I've seen in this country or in this city in 12 years this year. In fact, within the last 2 or 3 weeks. So it reduces visibility, especially when you're driving, and increases accident risk. That one I experienced firsthand. I saw that I couldn't see anything in front of me, and everybody had their hazard light on. The rain was heavy, it was blind, was white and blank in front of us, and everybody had to pull over. Okay, so heavy rains, during heavy rain and hailstorm, please, please, please pull over, slow down, turn on your headlight or hazard lights, increase your following distance. Don't follow people, especially when you're driving. Don't follow people as though they are pulling your car. So people are so close, you think that the vehicle in front of them is actually towing their vehicle. Give yourself enough room. They say give 2 seconds distance between your car and the car in front of you. Give 2 minutes. Give enough space, because you never can tell, especially when visibility is poor. You don't know how close they are. So increase your following distance. Never ever walk or drive through flood water. If there's flood in front of you, please pull over or stop, find another route. Do not walk or drive through flood water, because you don't know if the road beneath that water is broken or washed away, and you don't want to end up in that ditch. Okay. When there are strong winds during summer, secure outdoor furniture or loose objects before the storm starts. Usually strong winds are followed by storm. So secure your outdoor furniture so that they don't get carried away by the wind. Flying debris can cause serious injuries. If it's too dangerous, please leave the furniture and get inside, and then stay indoors until conditions improve. Stay indoors until weather conditions improve. For tornado, if there is a tornado warning, please go to the basement or to the lowest level of your home, and interior room away from the windows. Don't stay in your living room when you have, or close to your window. Stay in the interior room. Maybe it could be your guest washroom, but the room that is away from your windows. Protect your head and your neck, so you're bending, like the way they will ask you to bend over in a plane when there's an emergency. That's the same way you bend over. So you're protecting your head and your neck, because injury to your head or your neck can be life threatening. Do not stand near windows to watch the storm. You don't need to, you don't have to, because those windows can break, and especially if they are glass, they can get shattered and you get seriously injured. When there is a flood water can be deceptive. Just small amount of moving water can knock a person down. And sometimes we think that, oh, it's not a lot. It's just at my feet, ankle level, I can pull through. They can knock you down. So please avoid flood water. Never, ever, ever walk through flood water. Never drive through flood water. Like I said, turn around and find another route, please. Wildfire is another thing that can happen during summer. So wildfires can spread really quickly. That's why they are wild. They spread quickly. Even if flames are far away, smoke can affect your health. And I've seen that for many years in this city, where there is wildfire in another city, in fact, places that are 3, 4 hours away from us, and the smoke still affects the air quality where we live. So stay indoors, keep your windows closed, follow local public health recommendations. If your public health recommendation is to stay indoors, wear a face mask, please do so, because the air quality is poor. Also check on your weather forecast app. They will tell you how bad the air quality is or how good it is on a day-to-day basis. So please check and follow up, and then make sure to follow the recommendations. Hurricane. Some of us live in areas of the world where hurricane is a thing. Hurricane happen almost every year, back to back. And although it destroys a lot of things, it has almost become a norm in some parts of the world. During summer, they just expect that hurricane will happen, and they're just waiting to hear where is it going to happen so they can relocate or move. Okay, so if you live in a hurricane prone area, prepare your emergency supplies. Make sure to have your emergency supplies. Water, non-perishable food, medications, flashlights, important documents. Currently, I have all of my important documents in one suitcase. If I need to move, I just need to grab that suitcase and move. So all of your, put your important documents together so that when you need to evacuate, you know that you are picking this box, you are picking your emergency bag or kit, and you move. Okay. Have a family emergency plan. Family emergency plans should have emergency contact numbers, meeting locations, emergency kits, a communication plan. Practice the plan before an emergency happens. For instance, you guys can say, oh, if anything happens and we have to evacuate and we ever meet each other, please let us all make sure to get to this point. And when you get there, do not move, just stay there. That is where we all meet, even though we lose each other in the, let's say, the situation or conditions, depending on the emergency situation, we meet here. Okay, have that plan and practice it beforehand. Don't say, oh, I've said it and we do not practice it. Especially kids, they will not remember, they will panic. Even you as an adult will panic. So practice so that it becomes muscle memory. Everybody knows, okay, I'm going here when this happens, and they just move there without having to think much about it. Emergencies are unpredictable. Preparation again is protection. You don't need to be afraid, you just need to be ready. And I'm not highlighting all these situations, especially these weather situations, to scare us. It's just to prepare us and remind us to prepare for what's possible as we enjoy summer outdoors. Thank you for watching this summer safety series. This is the last video and we have come to the end. If you have other summer safety tips, please leave them in the comment section. Let's engage, let's help each other to stay safe during summer so that we can have a fun-filled and memorable summer of the year 2026. Remember to take care of your body, take care of your mind, and take care of your soul. Stay safe and have a lovely summer. See you in the next.